This is breaking news from News 8.
We are following breaking news right now. State police continue to search for a woman after they say she was abducted last night in Spencerport.
Carmela Boykin has been live all morning tracking this investigation. She joins us now with the latest. Carmela?
Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Leah. We're still waiting to hear from police on the latest. The police have pushed us back to the parking lot of Glacier Ridge Sports Park. We're about a mile from the scene where police have shut down Ogden-Parma Town Line Road from Manitou to Gillette, all related to the vulnerable adult alert issued by Ogden police, where 43-year-old Jessica Northrup went missing last night around 7:45. Ogden Police Chief Christopher Mears says officers responded to a call in Cedar Circle that people heard a woman screaming for help. Chief Mears says the investigation is ongoing.
At this point, we are not able to locate Ms. Northrup. We've been searching for her since 7:45 last night. It has included an extensive search of the area for both the vehicle she was last seen in and the two individuals involved.
And again, she was last seen on Ogden-Parma Town Line Road in Spencerport. Jessica is 5'6", 130 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. It's believed that Northrup was abducted and is in danger. State police say she was last seen with this man, 52-year-old Paul Collin, who she's in a relationship with. He's described as 5'11", 210 pounds, with blue eyes. Officials say he was driving a white Dodge Journey with the license plate JLT 6818. This is a picture of a similar vehicle. Police say if you do see this vehicle, do not approach and to call 911. Again, a vulnerable adult alert has been issued, and state police believe Northrup is in danger and are working with Ogden police in the investigation. On Manitou Road, Carmela Boykin, News 8. Mark and Leah.
All right, Carmela, thank you. And an active investigation at this hour. For more on this story as it develops, head to rochesterfirst.com.
In other news this morning, Steve Bannon, the former White House aide to President Trump, is one step closer to being in contempt of Congress. He is refusing to work with the committee investigating the January 6th riots at the U.S. Capitol.
Washington correspondent Kelly Meyer is live with us again this morning from D.C. Kelly, good morning. This is likely to pass in the House. What would happen next?
Good morning, Mark and Leah. Yeah, that's right. The House in Democrat control, it's expected to pass here. When it does, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will certify the report to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia. A spokesperson for that office says prosecutors will evaluate the matter based on the facts and the law. It will also go to the Department of Justice, who will decide whether they will pursue charges.
All right, and what about former President Trump? Could he be the next person subpoenaed?
There's still a chance that could happen. It's not being ruled out, but whether or not that will happen here right out of the gate remains to be seen. But the panel sticks to this to saying that if there's information that President Trump has, former President Trump has, they won't hesitate to bring him in for questioning.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Well, that panel has subpoenaed more than a dozen people, including former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Some of them are already turning over documents and giving testimony. Meanwhile, President Biden working to bridge the gap between the moderate and progressive wings of his party as he pushes to get his infrastructure and social spending agenda across the finish line. Senate Democrats say they're hopeful they can come to an agreement on the social spending bill by the end of the week.
Have a look at this. In Texas, a miracle on the runway after a passenger jet burst into flames. The plane crashed through a fence about 1,000 feet past the end of the runway. Of the 21 people on board, no one died and no one was seriously hurt. The wife of the plane's owner says they were headed to Boston for the American League Championship Series between the Red Sox and Astros. The plane was cleared for takeoff yesterday morning, but never left the ground.
Unbelievable. This shocking as well. 4 people injured after a train derailment. This is in Australia. Police in New South Wales say that train hit an abandoned vehicle left on the tracks there. Officers say they're searching for a man who was seen running from that vehicle moments before the crash. Police say it was a miracle that nobody was killed here.
In other news, North Korea says it has tested a new missile that can be launched from a submarine. Tuesday's test was the country's 5th missile test since September. North Korea stepping up pressure on both Washington and South Korea to abandon what it sees as hostile policies.
All right, if you're looking for some good news this morning, Christine Gregory is delivering for us for sure. Great day.
Day 2 of a really nice mid-October weather. Temperatures well above average here. Your high temperatures town by town for today. We will end up in the upper 60s. I think around 70 for places like Rochester and Macedon. Across the Finger Lakes too, same deal, upper 60s, 70 for Canandaigua, 70 for Naples, and again, even far western New York getting in on this really nice weather, especially for this time of year. So we will take this in while we can, just because the changes are on the way as we see temperatures drop from the 60s eventually into the 50s by the end of the week. We'll have one last check of your forecast coming up right after this.
Christine, thank you. Let's check the roads again. A reminder, Ogden-Parma Town Line Road at Manitou Road and Gillette Roads closed in Spencerport as police continue to investigate there. There is another accident at this hour, 490 East at exit 47 right at the thruway, so try to avoid that area if you can this morning. We are learning more about Tashara Poo, the 36-year-old woman killed in a fatal crash involving a stolen car Sunday in Rochester. Police say Poo, a mother of 5, was killed during that fatal crash on Whittlesey Street. Authorities say the passenger in her car is also in critical condition. 2 people in the stolen vehicle are also in the hospital. Poo's family says she will be greatly missed.
She was not only my daughter, but I seen a friend. I seen a confidant. I seen an uplifter, and she loved her mother so much, as well as her father. And her children were holding each other. That's all we got. We holding each other. Family has been very supportive.
4 people were taken into custody Sunday after that fatal crash. Police say those in the stolen vehicle were attempting to flee after being spotted by a Rochester police officer.
Kirk Ashton, the former Hilton Elementary principal, facing multiple sexual abuse charges from 26 alleged student victims, was walked out of the Monroe County Jail yesterday. Ashton's bail was lowered several times, most recently to $100,000. As part of the agreement with the judge, he will be under electronic monitoring and is not allowed near Northwood Elementary School.
To the latest on COVID-19 this morning. This week, schools in Ontario County will be among the first in the area to begin PCR testing for COVID in school. This means students and staff who are showing COVID symptoms will be able to get tested without having to leave the school grounds. Last month, Victor Central said it had more than 250 people in quarantine after a COVID outbreak there. Victor officials say rapid testing could help prevent another outbreak.
We know in-school instruction is the best form of instruction. It certainly sets our teachers and staff up for success because they see the kids every day, and the kids are able then to do their work on a daily basis, and our teachers get to know them, both their learning needs and their social emotional needs, at a much greater level.
Well, the testing is free for students and staff, but students under 18 do need parental consent. If a student exposed to COVID does test negative, they will continue to be tested until the exposure period has expired.
Across the region, hospital leaders say emergency departments are overflowing. Officials at Thompson Health in Canandaigua say the influx in patients in need of emergency care comes down to 3 factors: COVID, patients who put off care, and nursing homes. Leaders at Thompson say the current operating system is not suitable.
So out of the 107 patients I have right now, 20 of them are stable. They no longer need acute care, but we can't find a nursing home bed. The vast majority, the very strong majority of the patients in our hospital right now with COVID are unvaccinated.
He also says some are traveling up to 100 miles out of the area to receive care. Doctors say there may be delays for patients in need of non-emergency care as well.
Nearly 450,000 New Yorkers received a COVID-19 booster shot as of last week. That according to Governor Hochul, who says nearly 600,000 are expected to receive the shot this week. The governor adding less than 1% of all new cases statewide over the last week are among those who are fully vaccinated. State health officials are also gearing up for the FDA's approval of Pfizer's COVID vaccine for children 5 to 11. Governor Hochul saying approval could come early next month and that doctors, schools, and parents should be prepared. Here's what some folks might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. Want to get away? Hawaii is once again saying aloha to tourists. The state's governor says COVID cases and hospitalizations are now low enough for the island's tourism industry to welcome visitors once again. The move coming 2 months after travelers were urged to stay away because of the aggressive Delta variant.
I'm going to go ahead and offer to go over there and check it out to make sure all is okay.
Right, we'll get our Taco Bell for breakfast and then go to Hawaii.
There we go. It's all planned out.
Yeah, sounds like a good deal. Another good deal for this morning, the temperatures. We are off to a very, very nice start. These are the mornings for mid-October that we really need to savor. We are 58 right now in Rochester, 53 in Dansville, 59 for Penn. You barely need the jacket heading out the door. It has that slight crisp to the air, but nothing like we felt a couple days ago. We will end up with temperatures in the 60s and low 70s. It will be just a really nice day. A few increase in clouds too as we end the day, as we track our next chances for some rain, but the good news is it should hold off for today. We'll wait until tomorrow to really get those rain chances back in the picture, and temperatures will drop from the 60s back into the 50s by the end of the week, maybe even see our first 30s appear once we get into it this weekend. So that cold air not too far off.
That's all right. We'll just enjoy today. Sunshine and 70. Yes. Looks good. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great day.